Now, you see, the first thing I'll say, Claire, is I like David's sofa a bit better than yours. I'm just saying that. That would be me, and that's the sort of thing that starts a row between me and Ruth, David, that I would say, that looks really nice, and she'll say, well, you can just sit in the other room and that, because I'm not sitting on that. So the very fact, David, that your home is your castle, your palace, sort of works for you, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, Claire and I's taste in decor is definitely different. I like more retro. Claire's a bit more modern, but we don't have to compromise there, because I can do my thing, Claire does hers. I do all Claire's decorating, but she tells me what she wants on the walls.
That's nice.
So, Claire, I'm really fascinated by this, and you've been married for 16 years, is that right?
No, we're just going into our 17th year of being together.
All right, call me a liar for the sake of 9 months.
So, whose idea? How did this come about? Did you once live together, or have you never lived together? How has this happened?
Yeah, we've never lived together. We started off, I came out of a relationship, David came out of a relationship, and we just wanted our independence for a while. And as time went on, it was just never spoken about. David would go home on an evening to his house. I'd put my feet up and watch my soaps rather than have David there moaning about them. So yeah, it's just gone on as it has and works.
But Claire, yes, OK, my wife's had her say there, but if I could have my say on this, if I, for 16, nearly 17 years, did my own thing and went back to my own place, she would be saying, I know, well, aren't I enough for him? Why does he not want to be with me full time? This doubt would creep in. Did the doubt not creep in to you that David maybe didn't want you enough?
It did initially, but probably the first couple of years we were together, I was expecting to have a normal relationship, sort of being together, working towards living together, working towards having a child together. That's how I expected it to go. And then when David would turn around and say, well, I'm going home now, I'd be, well, what do you mean you're going home? Why aren't you staying here? And he said, well, I just thought it'd be nice to have my own bed. And then I would get really, really angry with him, and we had the whole scenario of, well, do you want me to stay? And I'm saying, no, it's fine, you go home.
David,
if you don't
David,
want to stay...
Could I ask you, David, when you did decide to grant Claire her wish and stay over, was it, shall I say, extra special?
The first 10 minutes are, but then it's... They say it takes 21 days to form a habit, and when you've spent so long in a bed on your own, you get used to that, and to share it with somebody else, you know, your sleep's not as good, you wake up in a bad mood, and that's not great for anyone's relationship.
No, but, you know, you've been together a long time.
Last thing you want to do is start the morning in a bad mood.
No, nobody wants to do that. But you have a son, your son, who has some special needs. He has Down syndrome. So did it change when Jay was born? Did you then live together for a little while, or how did that work? Because you would imagine, I would imagine, when there's a child involved, you'd want to be together and sharing the parenting.
When we decided, or when I fell pregnant with Jay, it was never discussed. It was just going to be a case because of David working shifts. He would be around a lot of the time anyway. And then Jay came along, we found out he had Down syndrome. And I won't lie, it was a big shock to both of us, and it was a case of how are we going to manage? We've been given this child with additional needs. So that was one and only time we did discuss moving in together, because we thought it was what we would need for a child with additional needs. And then as a little bit of time went on and Jay just started cooing and giggling and trying to roll over, we thought, no, we just have a child. We don't have a child with additional needs. It's just Jay. And that whole idea of moving in together, I think it was a relief. I think neither of us spoke about it properly because we didn't particularly want it. So now, as Jay got a little bit...
Are either of you sensitive to what other people think? I mean, there must be people around you, whether they are neighbours. You know, neighbours might think you have a fancy man, Claire, who comes every now and again or whatever, you know, whatever. But are you sensitive to what people think, friends and family, David, or not?
I have a saying, never take advice off broke, unhappy people. And when the issue of trust comes up, if someone says, oh, how do you know they're not doing anything? If you wouldn't trust your partner or boyfriend or husband to live in a different house, and not do anything, then maybe you're not with the right person. It's never an issue for us.
Well, do you know what? You just look very happy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an issue for us. I think I totally get what they get out of this, and I was very happy before we moved in together. But
Actually, when you go and get your separate house, would you take that horrible reclining chair with you, please?
David, that's the thing. You can choose your own furniture, my friend. That's it. You don't have to worry about that. And do you know what, Claire? That couch does look very comfortable.
Cosy.
The more I look,
I'm
it
on
looks
Claire's
very
couch.
cosy, Claire, actually. It looks very, very nice. Guys, continue to be happy and in love, doing your own thing. And I like what David says there. Don't take advice from broke or, what did you say, broke or unhappy people?
Good, very good advice.
Broke or unhappy people.
Yeah, lovely to see you.
Be good, guys. Thanks a million.
See you.